up, hang out, say hello, let Dan get his hello.
Hello from Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. Today we're in for a treat, a doubleheader in the A division. We have on your left Justin Waters bowling versus Sean Taylor, and on your right Chris MacLellan versus Micah Imparato. Bowlers shake hands, and the next ball is live. I am here with my friend Dan Esdale, and Dan's going to be adding some color commentary here and there.
In and out.
And stepping away as we go along, but we're about ready to get underway. On your right is Micah Imparato. He's a visiting bowler. He's bowling against Chris MacLellan. On your left is Justin Waters. He is the home bowler. He prefers to go first when he's home. And he's bowling versus Sean Taylor. For Justin and Sean, this is the first match of the season, week 1. Micah and Chris, it's week 4. Micah starts out with a ball on the 2-pin and leaves a Kaleri. Waters starts out on the head pin and drops a hammer.
Better than mine.
What do you think of that, Dan?
Should totally do that.
Same old thing from Justin.
Micah for the spare attempt just picks up 2. And we'll be tracking head pin hits as well as spares and strikes. Mike will be adding a lot of that information in post-production. And that is a 9-box for Micah Imparato. Now the format today in the ACST, Atlanta Candlepin Singles Tour, if you're not familiar, is we will be doing 5 games today, 5 boxes at a time. Imparato on a 3-pin. Takes out 7, and Waters off on the 2-pin, gets 6 in his first fill ball. You want to call Micah?
Hopefully Micah can find the head pin on this one. Right on it. Top that 5-pin in the back there.
Waters looking at the 1, 3, 8, 10, and picks up the spare. Nicely done. 10 in that fill for a 20-box to start.
Micah down right on that 5-pin.
18 after 2 for Micah. 30 in the ball for Justin after 2. Justin is putting the heat on Sean early.
Micah here in box 3. Right on the head pin. There we go.
There he found his strike ball.
I'm back.
Waters and first ball in box 3. He's on the head pin again and breaks up the split, so 9 in the fill. 39 after 2. Shooting at, that's the 4-pin, right, Dan?
It is the 4.
Yep. Wood looks pretty good. No problem. 3 marks in a row for Waters, 49 in the ball. Mike is at 28 and 2. After we do these 5 boxes with these guys, their opponents will come up in the same lanes.
Oh, there's a double for Micah.
Waters on the fill. Oh boy, on the head pin. Sometimes the head pin's not your friend, and that's just a 4 fill. That puts him at 53 at 3. He's got a mesh down there. Check
3,
mark
4,
+2.
5, 6, 7, 10.
Oh, what the heck?
He just picks up the 5. First open box on the string. 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Spread eagle minus the 2-pin. And a 7-box. So 60 after 4. Micah's on a double looking for the first triple. Oh, could he steal it? 8 in first fill. 46 after 3. Waters off on the 2-pin. 6 on his first ball. He's left with the 3, 6, 9, 10, and a little bit of wood in front. Spare for Micah. 66 after 4. And Waters hits the wood, but it doesn't take everything, so just one more, he'll be open in the 5th. 10, and he gets the 10. So Justin Waters closes the 70 half. Micah Imparato with 76 and a ball, and now their opponents come up to bowl their first 5. After they bowl 5 boxes, we'll switch lanes, and we'll do this for 5 strings. The winner of each string is awarded 2 points for the totals for this season. The standings.
Chris on the head pin.
Sean Taylor leaves a 4 horseman right. So they're awarded 2 points towards standings for each win and 4 for total. So 14 points awarded in each match.
Very good by Chris there.
Sean goes wide to the right. That's an 8 box for Chris McLeod. 9 box for Waters, or for Taylor. I always do this. Now, every time I got Sean and Chris up there, and I know I've known these guys since they were teenagers, and I always mix up their names, and I get yelled at by somebody. So in advance, if I do that, I apologize. It's just senior moments, which are becoming more frequent for me.
Well, it's a good thing Sean Taylor's not bowling Matt Taylor.
Oh, jeez. Well, then I'd be right. I just say Taylor.
Yeah. Chris on the head pin this time punches up the eagle.
Or the bird. Double eagles. So, yeah, just so if I do that, I don't do it on purpose. I know these guys.
Come on, be there. Roll it.
Well, McLellan just picked up the 2 pin, but Taylor didn't do too bad on that. Only has a 6 and a 10 left.
Chris will work with the
$10 for Taylor. 19 after 2 for Taylor, 16 after 2 for McLellan. Both bowlers are a little bit behind.
Chris on the head pin again. Leaves the triangle on the far left.
Half Worcester right for Sean. He's got some catching up to do. Justin, as you recall, 3 marks in a row.
There you go.
Chris gets a spare. Great shot on that triangle.
Go through the hole. That's what you don't want to do on a half Worcester. A lot of us try to play that inside. I do. That's the Worcester Taylor. This is 6 box for Sean. 25 after 3. He's down 28 pins. 3 boxes. Lots of time to go in this game. So
Fill it.
and there we go. We got another one. Taylor avoided his. He was on the 2 pin, and sometimes that results in that punch, but he got lucky. Got the 1, 3, 6, 10.
Chris on the head pin. Takes the 1, 5, and 8. 7.
Both open. There's only 2 in that fill for Chris.
7 box.
9 box for Taylor. 34 after 4.
This is a 35 and 34.
Both bowlers up. Currently have pretty decent deficits going. Need to string together some marks.
There you go.
That was a good
That's
ball.
a great ball. Leaves just the 5 pin.
Taylor's having trouble finding the head pin right now. He went to the right on the 3 pin. He's got the 4 horsemen plus the 9, 10.
Chris off to the left.
Taylor trying to pick this up. Valiant effort on that, and it doesn't go.
It's 10 bucks for Chris, which will put him at 45 after 5.
Sean with a 9 box. He's at 43. So our first bowlers come up now. You notice that they've switched sides. Waters is on the right. Home bowler rematch versus Sean Taylor, and Micah Imparato on the left. Micah's on a spare. He's a 76 plus a ball. Justin had a 70 half. Both bowlers have very comfortable leads at the moment. I can do the math. But. Waters in the pocket. Can you believe that? That was a beautiful ball.
That was a great ball, and he leaves the 8, 9, 10. Off to the left on the 2 pin.
You got a lot of action on that because that could have just as well been another half Worcester.
It's 1 and 10.
Taylor's got a lot of wood here that may help him make this. With his ball, he gets a lot of movement down there. His last ball was 37 miles an hour. Going for the wood. Nothing.
The spare. He missed the head pin, got the wood, and it took it out.
Now, Justin's been on his object both times in his box. And there's the 10. 80 after 6. Mike closed the half at 84. It was a great half. It is now 94 and a ball. 4 marks in a row. That's a 9 drop. Should have been a strike, but somehow the 7-pin didn't go down.
On the head pin, just light on the right side.
It's a check mark. It's going to be tougher than it looks for Justin. He's got that wood way out there. See which wood he goes for. He's got to go for 1. He's going for the 1 at the pin, and that's what I was afraid would happen. That's 2 times the pins took advantage. Bowlers open in the 7th box. And Waters with a 9. Miss goes by it. 89 after 7. And that puts him at 110 after 7. Great game. Justin's going to need a mark to get to 120. Last year he was averaging around 130. There you go. 10-pin tripped out late, but it went. So there's a strike in the 8th for Waters. A little too full, but it just comes up with a split.
It's the 2, 4, and 6.
You take that off the wall, Dan, or are you going to try to cut it over?
Try and cut it over. Like I tried to do, got a little too. Takes out just the 6.
A little too much break on that ball. He gets a great break left to right, but that was a little much.
Micah will have a 9. 119.
Gets it.
There it is. Right on cue.
So I had to go head-to-head against Justin this summer. Late in the spring. Which I always kind of dread because I know he's going to smoke me bad. And in the last game, sure enough, I was struggling. Ended up with an 86. Waters ends up with a 183. And all I could say to him is, well, we kept it under 100. He beat me by 200 pins for that game, that string. That wasn't even close, or that match.
Micah just sneaks by the 5.
It's at 128 after 9, and Waters trying to make a triple. Wrist to the 2-pin. Nothing late going, so 5 in the first fill ball. Closes out the 8th box at 114.
There's a World War special at 5 and 10.
1, 3, 7, 10, and they all go down. Spare on strike for Waters, so 134 through 9. 144 in the ball.
Tough break for Micah. Came on the outside of the 5. I think the wood got in the way. And he will have a 10 box for a 138 first game.
Waters is a 144 plus this ball. Light in the pocket. 5 on that. par high for Sean. Sean's needing 105 to tie right now on this half. And what's Chris need? Chris needs just under 100. 93.
93. Both guys absolutely capable of it.
They sure are. I've seen them both do it. Sean dropped that one a little bit. So he leaves the 2 and a 10.
Chris on the head pin leaves the 2 and 7. 2 and 7.
Nice try by Sean. He's trying to carry that wood over. He's got a slow mover. He's going to take the 10. Nope, touch it.
Chris off to the right.
9 bucks for Taylor. That puts him at 52 through 6.
Chris will grab $10 at 55 through 6.
Waters, nice head pin hit. 10 pins stayed up.
Chris off to the right gets some great action off of that. On the 3 pin, leaves just the 7.
Spare for Taylor. First one of the string.
Got scary for Sean when he hit the cap and the ball came off the wall. Got it for him. No spare for Chris.
So that's Chris's second spare and Sean's first. Sean needs to put up a string of marks right now to have hope. First ball in the 8. Turn a little full. 6 to fill. Gives him 69.
Chris on the head pin, very light. Takes out the 4 horsemen left. Leaves the cluster of 6.
Guys are 69.
Chris with a great bid leaves the 5 pin.
Taylor with an 8. Ball broke a little too much. 77.
Chris with another 10.
Really both of them have not much chance of winning the string, so it's just a matter of getting as close as you can. Head pin hit for Taylor. Leaves a big bale of hay, stack of hay.
Chris on the head pin.
Look at that.
Gets the 8 and 9 to fall late. Leaves just the 7.
Silly striking pins don't always go down. I don't like them. Taylor misses a spare opportunity. 9 for Taylor, 86 through 9. He's going to need a stroke to break the lead. It's not the characteristic of Sean.
Chris at 89 plus a ball in the 9th.
Taylor with another split on the head pin.
Chris off to the left on the 2. Leaves the Cleary.
Taylor's looking at the 6, 7, 10. Lots of wood down there, may help. Steal it. There it goes.
There we go.
He went to the left. Not where Sean wanted to go. He didn't want to go to the left on that, but a little break on that.
Chris with a 104.
Taylor's at 96 plus this ball. On the 3 pin, so a 2 fill and a 98 string for Sean Taylor. So the first 2 points of this match will go to Justin Waters and Micah Imparato.
A lot of tough breaks for Sean in that first game. He was all over the head pin. Little full, little light, just couldn't get anything to break up.
That happens. Very hot house here. We get a lot of action on the pins, but sometimes if you're too full, a little too full on the head pin, you start getting splits. All right, we're on to game 2. Bowlers are switching back.
Micah
go ahead.
leaves just the 2. Thought it was going to go.
Oh, Waters on the head pin. Both guys on the head pin. And radically different results here.
Micah all over that too. Starts off with a spare.
Water's trying to spare the spread eagle, which only goes about 1.2% of the time. And this is in the 98.8% of the time where it doesn't go. For Waters, but it's a 9, so nothing wrong with that. Micah Imparato on a spare. Dan's had to step away, take care of some of his duties here at the lanes. Micah on a spare. Comes in on a 3-pin and takes out 6. So. After 1, and Waters with a split, 4-7-10. Imparato picks up the spare on the spreading on the 4 horsemen left. I'm sorry, 2 in a row. Waters trying to get his first spare here. 2, and he gets it. Ball comes out, bounces around. That's one for the replay. Sent a pin over to the 10, I believe, or the ball, and then it rolled back slowly and took up to 7. So spare in the second for Waters, 19 plus a ball. Imparato is at 26 plus this ball. Light in the pocket. It's 7 on the fill. 33 after 2. Waters with a strike on spare. So that 10 fill and another 10, 20 bucks puts him at 29 through 2. He's at 39 plus 2 ball fill. Imparato looking carefully at this. This is possibly makeable. 7, 9, 10, and a lot of wood in the middle. You just got to figure out where to put that ball. It's not a 7-pin, and that works. What do you know? That was a great read by Micah. 3 in a row for Micah Imparato. He's at 43 plus a ball in the 3rd. Waters is on a strike. On the fill, Imparato leaves the castle, 7 in the fill, 50 through 3. Tough leave. Waters, first fill ball. Double strike again for Justin Waters. He's on fire today. This is what we expect to see from the 22-23 ACST Class A champion. Imparato with his first open box. That leave almost never goes. Picked up just a 6 and a 10. We have a ball coming back. Chris MacLellan's going to pick it up for us. All right, and then Mike is going to take a shot at the 5-pin. Try to stay perfect. It's 10 bucks for Micah Imparato. He's 60 through 4.
Yeah, when I hit that spare, I saw it.
So Waters is at 39, 49, 59. Plus he's got another fill ball. Auto, first ball in box 5. Buries it on the head pin and gets a split. Waters looking for a triple.
It's off one.
In the pocket, but gets 5 only. So 54 through 3. Trying to cut that over, doesn't go. Would be open in the 5th. Waters looking at the 3, 5, 6, 9, 10. Cuts to the inside. 3 more to go. He'll be open. 7 in the fill on the 2nd strike. So 71 through 4. Imparato with a 10 bucks. He's a 70 for the half. Waters, I don't know how the 10 pin didn't go. It looked like it was hit. That line was hit, but that gives him an 80 half. So our other bowlers, I normally would say visiting or home bowlers, but in the Waters versus Taylor match, Sean is a visiting bowler. All these guys bowl out of Millis, so it's really just a scheduling issue who's home or away. And MacLellan starts out on the 6-pin, takes out 5. Taylor hits a 3-pin. He has got a line of 3. MacLellan, it looks like he's in there, a little full. Taylor, and he gets taken advantage of again. 9 bucks for MacLellan. And 10 bucks for Taylor. I thought Sean was coming right in that 1-2. Somehow carried around 3. MacLellan on the 2, or 3-pin, I'm sorry, wrong side. Millis hit. And Taylor hoping that 7's, no, it's not going to go down, not even wiggling that much, so he's left with a 6, 7, 10. MacLellan, unbelievably, the wood deflected a ball in between the 1 and the 3. Taylor picks up just 2. And there's a 10 box for Chris MacLellan, 19 after 2. And a 9 box for Sean Taylor, so he's also at 19 after 2. Both bowlers down. MacLellan down by 14 points, 2 boxes. He gets a half Worcester. And Taylor almost gets a half Worcester on the other side, but gets a break here, gets a land to leave. 1, 2, 4, and MacLellan, an aggressive move to pick that up, and it does not go. Taylor's off the object, picks up 2 more, he's left with a 1 and the 8. MacLellan's got a mess down here. He's going for it, and very nice 9 box, well deserved. 9 boxes on both sides. 28 to 3 for MacLellan, and 28 to 3 for Taylor. Taylor is up against a double strike here. He's got a lot of catching up to do. MacLellan's again on a 3-pin. This time it doesn't punch through. It gives him the 4 horsemen. Taylor on the head pin buries it, and his reward is a 5 and dime. Deserved better than that. Spare for Chris MacLellan. Picks up the 4 horsemen nicely in the pocket. Taylor looking how to pick up that 5-10 combination. It's a great bid on it, but the pins flying to the right did not pick up the 10. And he gets 10 bucks that time. 38 through 4. Through 4, his opponent, Justin Waters, is a 71. MacLellan on a fill. He's on the 3-pin. He's having trouble finding that head pin. Puts 6 in the fill for 43 through 4. Taylor dropped 9. Taylor with his first spare of the game, and he was a spare on the 10th, on the 5th, so 48 involved for 5 for Sean Taylor. MacLellan hit his lead with the 1 downs. He picks it up for 10 from 53 through 5. So halfway through game 2, Micah Imparato leads Chris MacLellan 70 to 53, and Justin Waters leads Sean Taylor 80 to 48 plus a ball. And now Waters and Imparato come up. Waters on lane 20 here at Ryan's Family Amusements. Justin with his first ball in box 6 of game 2. Nice pocket hit. Leaves a 5 and dime with no wood to play with. Imparato is off the head pin. Leaves a 4 horsemen at 1, 3, 6, 10. Taylor put it in, or Waters put it in between. See, I did it. I told you guys I might do that. Do it on purpose. Imparato comes in on a 3-pin, both bowlers open in 6. Justin with a 9 box, 89 through 6. An 8 box for Micah Imparato for 78 through 6. This is the 4th week match for Micah and MacLellan, the 1st week match for Waters and Taylor. Justin and Sean used to bowl in Natick years ago. Used to be in a couple of different leagues, those guys. Going back quite a ways now. Natick closed in 2011. Waters trying to pick up that cluster down there and hit it a little light, and the 7-8 stayed up. Micah looking at the 5. What is it, the 5-9-10, I think? Back to the replay, we'll tell you for sure, but didn't go regardless. And, Waters with an 8 box, 97 through 7. 10 box for Imparato. He's at 88 through 7. And coming back up at box 8, game 2. Waters looking to get back on this string of marks he had in the first half. Repeat it. There's a good ball. A little too good. Spread eagle plus the 9 pin. That's what happens when it comes too full. Imparato was in the left pocket. Took out 8 and he was left with a 6-10. Spare opportunity there. Wood's a little tricky, but should help. Curious whether to carry the 10 or not. Waters going to the left side of the spread eagle. Try to bounce something off the wall and picks up just a couple. Imparato gets the spare, no problem. 98 in the ball through 8. Waters trying to clean up this mess, and he gets 9 out of 10 to go in the total box, so 9 box. 4 out of 5 to go. Pins are right standing, so he's at 106 through 8. As you recall, he put up 149 up in the last string. And on the head pin, another split. This time the 2-6. Imparato Phil with 7 on it. That puts him 105 through 8. Just trying to pick up the split. Just cut it over. Oh, nice cut. Just went by it, came off the wall, and went behind it. Came back onto the deck. So, couldn't hit it much better than that. 9 box for Micah. 14 through 9. Box for Waters for 116 through 9. 10 box for Imparato for a 120. I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself here. He had a 10 box here. That's a 115. It's a good thing I got a pencil for this. 115 through 9 for Micah. I almost finished his game out. Waters at the 10, 7. 2, 4, 5. Imparato on the 2 pin. 4 horsemen left. Right. I'm sorry, can't tell my left and right. Left-handed bowler, right-handed 4 horsemen. Waters picks up the mark in the 10th. That'll give him 126 in the ball. Imparato everything but the 10 pin. He's on his object, maybe a tad full. And that 10 box gives Micah Imparato a 125 string for game 2. On to Phil for Waters. He's a 126 plus this. That's an 8 Phil, so he closes with a 134 string. Add up the totals, and the other guys are starting Imparato and Waters putting on a good show here. All right, Sean Taylor coming up on your right. He's on a fill. And he drops 9. And that closes his 5th box with 56 for the half. Chris MacLellan came in on a 2-pin. He's left with a 3-2 split, and that would be the 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Taylor trying for a single mark. He picks it up. That's what he needs to do to catch up. MacLellan just picked the 3-pin out of that. Trying to get out of this with a decent box, but just has a 6, so he's at 59 through 6. And Sean Taylor found his strike ball. So it's up to 20 boxes, brings him a lot closer. 76 through 6, only down 13 at the moment in this string. And in the meantime, Chris MacLellan punches out a half Worcester right. Trying to catch this. Came in on the 2-pin, got some good action, still has 3 left, so 7 down. He's going for all of them. And he gets just 1 for an 8 box. 67 through 7. Taylor on the first fill ball on his strike. And 8 so far. 3 and 4 left. Poor Chris, he gets a half Worcester on the other side this time. Split. Taylor gets it. Spare on strike. 3 marks in a row for Sean Taylor. That's 20 boxes. That's at 96 through 7. Now he's only 1 pin behind Waters in completed boxes. He's actually tied through the 8th, plus he has a fill ball, so he's going to go ahead with this ball. Big comeback for Sean Taylor. And there's a 10 box for MacLellan, 77 through 8. Needs to mark out. On a fill. Taylor gets bit with a half Worcester curse, but he's ahead in completed boxes now, 108 to 106. MacLellan hit the head pin that time and gets a split. Taylor trying to spare this, and he does. He spares a half Worcester. 4 marks in a row. Well, make that 5. 5 marks in a row for Taylor. Puts him at 118 plus a ball. Needs to get to 135 to win this. Got 1 more box to do it. He's got a good opportunity to get there. 9 box for MacLellan, 86. That puts this game out of reach for him. Phil. Taylor puts up 7. Now he's at 125. 9. Lead over Waters. He's got a tough one here. 5, 6, 7. He's got to sweep the wood. Can't get it. There's 7 to go. But that 9 ties him. 1 pin to win the string. And MacLellan is open. Taylor needs this to win. Gets it. A 1-pin victory for Sean Taylor. 10 for Chris MacLellan, a 96 string. So this time the points go 2 points to Micah Imparato, so he's at 4. And 2 points for Sean Taylor. We're split 2 and 2 on that side. That nice come from behind victory by Sean Taylor for a 1-pin win. And we'll do the subtotals in a little bit. They're going to be on the scoreboard that you guys are seeing, so I want to stay with the action rather than doing math back here. Game 3 starts out with Micah Imparato putting it in the pocket and leaving the 5 and 10. Justin Waters pocket and starts with a strike again. Second time he did that, he did it in the first string too. Nice spare for Micah. So Taylor's just been bombing with the strikes here. So far we're 2 games in 1 box. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. He's got 6 strikes so far. And Micah adds 1 to his total. $20 a sharp hitter. Go. Almost. First field ball, looking for another one, misses it, so he'll have 9 in his fill. So it gives him 19 in the first box. And a 9 box, 28 through 2. Justin Waters. First fill and a strike for Micah. Oh, he was looking at a double there, and the wood came back and bounced off itself. So left the 6 pin. That wasn't fair. Waters. He's on 2 and leaves the 10 pin. Spare for Imparato for a 10 fill, 40 after 2. And Waters goes wide, so he'll be open in this box.
9 pin,
And he gets a 10 box for 38 through 3. Hits a head pin, puts just 4 on it. 54 through 3. Waters in his first ball. It's on the head pin nicely. Hoping to break up that split, and doesn't. He's left with the 210. The wood may be a good guide here for him. Imparato with his first open box of game 3. Waters trying to get this. He gets it. Nicely done. That was a pro shot. Imparato trying to get 8, 9, 10 out of this. And it's going to be 7. 61 through 4. Imparato coming into box 5, game 3 at the midpoint. Puts it in the pocket. And he leaves a triangle. No, now it's just 2. 9 and 10. Waters on the fill. It's 8 on that. 66, 56, I'm sorry. 4. Imparato at the 9-10 with wood. No problem. 71 plus a ball at the half. Waters puts up another mark, so he's at 66 plus a ball. So in total so far, Waters versus Taylor. Justin Waters leads 283 to 233 through 2 strings, and they've split the points so far. They've each won 1 string. Micah Imparato leads Chris MacLellan 263 to 200 and has been won both strings for all the points. Has all 4 so far. He'll stay with him. He'll go away. MacLellan came in on a 2-pin, and he is left with Cleary. Taylor also coming in the 2-pin. He has a 4 horseman. MacLellan just off the head pin. Taylor was on his object, but the 10-pin didn't go, so they both have a single pin to shoot at. Chris with a 9 box. Taylor with a 9 box. They start out with a deficit as both their opponents mark in the first. And we just had a pin day take a dive on lane 20, so we need a reset. in the action here. This is 4 really top bowlers. They're going to show here for us. MacLellan in the head pin. He's been struggling some today. Once again, the head pin didn't pay off for him. But now it does. 7-10 split broke, and it's now just a 7 pin. In the meantime, Sean Taylor went to the 2 pin and punched through a half Worcester left. MacLellan's got multiple wood in front of this 7. He's hoping to carry it over. Going straight at the pin, and oh my goodness. All the wood went away, but the pin stayed up. That's really frustrating when you're bowling up there and that happens. You throw a good first ball, a good second ball, and trying to get a 10 out of this. And he misses just slightly to the left. Probably a piece of paper between the ball and the pin, but it's 18 after 2 for both guys. Both have 9 boxes. Chris is down 12 pins. Actually 22 pins. Taylor is down 10 pins. Similar leaves on both sides. That looks like identical leaves. Taylor picks up his. That's a tough spare to make, but Sean came through. Chris hit the object, but didn't go. And he settles for an 8 box. 3-6 through 3. Taylor now is at 28 through 3, and again, these guys are not bowling against each other, but their opponents are taking a break right now. 2 separate matches. There we go. Strike on spare for Sean Taylor. That puts him back in this game. He's at 38, tied with his opponent. Justin Waters, who's also 38 through 3. Waters closed out with 2 spares at the end, so Sean's got one of them matched with a strike. MacLellan with a 10 box. 36 through 4. He's going to get some marks up here as his opponent Micah Imparato's at 61 through 4. But, Chris knows that. Chris focuses on his game. Taylor looking for a double, doesn't quite go. But 9 on that first ball, nothing wrong with that. MacLellan's trying to do something to split. Carries it, beautifully done. That's a shot for the replays. And it's spare for Taylor. Amazing shot for Chris MacLellan. That was the 4-10. No wood, just gently tapped the 4 over the 10. Really tough shot, but it closes him out with a mark. 46 plus a ball for MacLellan. Taylor, he's ahead now of Waters, 58 to 56, and completed. Both are on spares in the 5th. So Justin Waters on your right, on the fill, he's at 66 plus this ball. Off the head pin onto the 3, and that's a 7 fill, so he will close the half at 73. Micah on the spare. Everybody's on spares at this juncture, and Micah puts 4 on his, so 75 half. Waters trying to pick up the 1-9-10. And he gets it. Pro shot there for sure. Micah couldn't pick up his, so Taylor, that shot, or Waters, that shot, he tapped the head pin back to the 9 and just gently deflected the ball to the 10. That was a precision shot. 7 for Micah, 82 through 6. Waters has 3 marks in a row. Looking for a fill here. All over it. I don't know how that 8 pin stayed up, but it's a 9 fill for him. 92 through 6. Micah's nicely in the pocket, but it didn't carry a strike. He's left with a check mark plus a 10. Waters with another mark. That's 4 in a row for him. 102 plus a ball. Micah trying to get this to go. Puts it on the object, and the 5-pin somehow stayed up. So open in the 7th for Micah Imparato. And that's 10 bucks, so he's at 92 through 7. Waters on another fill. So 102 plus this ball. Oh my goodness. Head pin hit. Took out just the 189 and then the 2 fell late, so that's 4 and a fill for 106. Micah took out everything but the head pin. Waters trying to clean this up. Got some wood that may help. Cap it. A little too far to the right. So open in the 8th. Spare for Micah. For Justin Waters through 8, 102 plus a ball for Micah Imparato. And we're coming into box 9 of game 3. Pocket. So far, Justin's only had 2 open boxes out of 8. Everything else has been a spare or strike. Puts 8 on his fill. It's about 110 through 8. Waters looking at a diamond down here. And goes to the right, picks up the back 2. The right pin, which was the 6 and a 9. Micah with another mark, puts him a 120 plus a ball. Taylor with a nice 10 bucks for a 124 through 9. Really wants to put a mark on here. Sean's on a roll. He sat down with 3 marks in a row. Pocket on the right. 4-5, some wood in between. Micah drops 9. Gives him 129 through 9. Oh my goodness, that was looked like that would work, but nothing went. I was thinking he goes 0 on that like he did. It might tap the 5 and move the other wood to the 4, but it didn't work. Micah with a spare in the 10th. He's a 139 plus a ball. And Waters will settle for a 9 box for a 133 string. Imparato with a strike on spare. So that gives him a 149 string in game 3. Put that in the right spot. I'm filling this out on paper too, so. That was what my little moment of hesitation was. Mark in the wrong place. We have electronic scoring here, and of course Micah has the, we're using Micah's system today. He's got the beautifully done electronics here for us. Taylor starts out with 5 in his fill. And a nice 9 fill for Chris MacLellan. So MacLellan closes with a 55 half. Picks up another spare. Taylor with a 10 box. He finished with a 73 half, tying Justin Waters Waters at the halfway point. He's at 83 through 6. He's down 9. Completed boxes. First ball in box 7. Taylor drops 8. MacLellan and Phil. Nice 9 Phil. He's inching closer to Micah Imparato. Micah put up a 149 game, so he's got a lot of work to do here. Taylor misses a spare attempt. And so does Chris. Sean Taylor with 10, 93 through 7. MacLellan with 9, he's at 83 through 7. Some totals. Another 9 drop for Chris MacLellan. Taylor dropped 4. Can't get that back pin to go for the spare. Oh, and MacLellan goes by his. He really wants those. 10 bucks for Taylor. 103. He's down 11 pins. Completed boxes, but Waters is over both last 2 boxes. MacLellan with 92 through 8. So we've got a couple of 400 triples here. Nice ball by Sean Taylor. Drops 7 or 8, 6. I'm sorry, 6. He's got diamond back there. And, a little light on the head pin from MacLellan, but he did hit the pocket. And he's left with a 3-7-10 split. Taylor trying to hit the diamond, just goes past it. Just 1 for Chris. And 10 bucks for Taylor. 102 through 9. I'm sorry, 113 through 9. On the score sheet, 9 bucks for MacLellan, 1 through 9. Waters a 416. Taylor picks up a half Worcester, trying to pick up that spare. It's everything but the 5-6-10. Spare for MacLellan. And open box for Taylor. Out at 121 with that 7 box. Or 8 box, I'm sorry. And Chris puts only 2 on his fill for a 113. So game 3 points go to Micah Imparato. 149 to 113 victory over Chris MacLellan. Total that match right now is 412 to 313. So MacLellan's got a lot of work to do here. On the Waters versus Taylor match, Justin Taylor picks up 2 points, 133 to 121. And Justin leads 416 to 354 in total. Starting game 4, Micah Imparato in the pocket. Split's broken up now, so we've gone from a 6 drop to a 9 drop. Waters tries to start another string with the strike, but ends up with a 7-10 split. So Micah's got looking at the 10 pin here. He's got to somehow get through that piece of wood that's sticking out of the gutter. Tries to go around it, doesn't work. Big he might have been trying to just tap it, but regardless, it didn't go. Waters gets a good helicopter action on that pin from the 7, but not enough to carry it to the 10. That time it goes for Micah. And 9 box for Waters. Waters has not had any game under 130 so far, and Micah hasn't had any game below 125. Micah with an 8 drop on that head pin hit. 4-7. Waters with an opposite 8 drop. He's up to 6-10. Micah gets it. No. Calls a foul. It's good. I thought it was good. Both bowlers get the spares. Thought he called a foul and he didn't. So that looked fine to me. So we have magic spares. Micah on the fill. Goes to the opposite side for him. He comes in at 1-3 and he takes out 8, so that's an 18 box. Gives him 28 through 2. Waters on the fill. And that's about as good as it can get. That's a strike on spare. So that's a 10 fill, 29 through 2. Micah trying to pick up the 5-8 with wood in front of him. Gets it. So he's at 38 plus the first ball. Waters is at 39 plus 2. Micah came in a little full on a head pin, but gets an 8 fill regardless. Didn't punch through, so that's good. Waters on the fill, trying to double up, and he does. Another double strike for Waters. It's like that. It's the 4th time he's had at least a double. Micah just picked 1 pin off of that. He's at 46 through 3. Once again, we're at the familiar position of seeing Justin Waters try for a triple. 10 box. Micah's at 56. 4 boxes into the 4th string. Waters going for a triple again. Stickiness up there, 8 in the fill, and 8 on the first ball for Waters, so that closes box 3 at 57. Spare for Imparato. Spare on strike for Waters. 20 box, 77 through 4, 87 plus the ball through the 5th. Imparado's at 66 plus the ball. Both those bowlers doing very well today. Here comes Chris MacLellan looking for his first points. Nice ball. Start. And his reward is a split. Taylor has an equally nice ball and also has a split. Slightly different. He's at 4-6-10. MacLellan shooting it to 6-7-10. And just about gets it. He cuts a 6 over. I can't believe that, but Taylor got that to go. Just tapped that around. It came out, took out the right side, and a 10 box for MacLellan. Nice spare by Sean Taylor. Taylor's up against 4 marks in a row by Justin Waters after this box. MacLellan just out of pocket. Just out of the pocket, missed the head slightly. Taylor on the fill, puts 5 in his fill, so he's at 15 through 1. Has a Cleary. They both have Clearys. MacLellan, nice ball, but the back doesn't doesn't go. Taylor just picks out the 2. And a 9 box for Chris MacLellan, 19 through 2. 7 box for Taylor, 22 through 2. Alright, now Sean is up against the double strike spare combination. MacLellan on a 2 pin. Taylor on a 3 pin. Let's have kind of a mess down there. And nicely done by MacLellan. Taylor just picks off the 2 pin, I believe. Cockeyed angle here. Might be the head pin that he picked. But he closes with a 9 regardless, so he's at 31 through 3. Collins at 29 plus a ball. Needs a big fill and another to catch up with Micah. Could be a big fill here. Just a tad full, so 6 in the fill. Taylor put it on the 6 pin, but got some late action, 5 went down. MacLellan will be open in this box. He's at 35 through 3. Taylor will also be open. Nice out by Chris with a 9 box, 44. 8 box for Taylor, 39. So he was not able to match the Taylor's looking for a strike here. There it goes. So he puts a strike in the 5th. MacLellan's trying to pick up the 5 points here on the spare ball. Puts it in the right spot. He gets everything to go but the 10. Late falling 8 pin there. And it's a box. So he's at 54 through halfway through game 4. He's in reach with Micah. Micah's a 66 plus a ball, so he's not way out there, but it's definitely at a disadvantage. So coming up now are our leadoff bowlers, I'll call them. One's a home, one's a visitor. Justin Waters will be bowling on the right. He's at 87 plus a ball. He's on a fill. Micah's at 66 plus a ball, so both bowlers on a fill. And we're coming into this second half of game 4. Taylor on a fill, closing out the first half of game 4. Bounce, but gets a strike anyway, so strike on spare. That's 5 marks in a row for Justin Waters. And Micah matches with a strike on spare for himself. So Micah closes with 76 for the half. Waters closes with a 97 half. Wow, nice ball for his first fill. And leaves it 5 in time again. 8 in the first ball. Micah's on his first fill ball. And he has a 8 in his first ball, much more attractive than a 5 and dime. Let's see if Justin can make this close. Give it a run, 9 in a fill. So he'll be open in box 7. He's at 116 through 6. Gets his. He thought he missed it. He did not. Actually, he did, but the wood came back. He'll take that any day. 96 through 6. Waters trying to get a 10. And just misses. So 9 box for Justin, 125 through 7. Mike is at 106 plus a ball. And Sean Taylor giving Mike his ball back that was halfway back down the lane. Taylor trying to resume his string of marks. And that was a nice ball, powerful ball. Did not register on the radar, so that means it's over 40 on that one. Micah gets the bird, punches right through, so he's 110 with that 4 fill through 7. Taylor misses a single pin. Micah just clips one of the wings, takes out the 2 pin. For Justin, 134 through 8. And Micah does a respectable job of getting an 8 out of that spread eagle variant. 118 through 8. Really putting heat on Chris MacLellan there. Waters coming into box 9. 8-4. First ball is in there. A little bit full. It's going to take it. 9 pin it falls. He's got the 10 pins, wood out in front of it. MacLellan again on the head pin, again a split. 2, 4, 7, 6 it looks like. Waters puts it right at the pin and the wood deflects around. Wood goes one way, one direction, the ball goes the other. 10 pin stays up. Micah is also open. Just picks up 2 out of that 4 pin lead that he had. Red box for Waters, 144. Box for Imparato, 26, 9. One more box to go in game 4 for Justin Waters and Imparato. Waters looking for 160 better with a mark. Light on a head pin. Leaves the 3, 5, 9, 10. Imparato. He's on the head pin, gets another split. 2, 4, 7, 10. Just misses. He'll open in the 10th, but he's over 150. Imparato a little light on his hit. 710 is left. And Waters with a 9 box closes with a 153 string. Micah Imparato with a 9 box. He's at 135. So Justin, after 4 games, is at 569. Micah Imparato after 4 games is at 547. Okay, first ball on the fill for Sean Taylor is 5. And MacLellan was not on the fill, but he dropped 7. Taylor puts a spare on strike. Just what he wanted to do to catch up, try to catch up with Sean here. And his half is 59. MacLellan puts a spare up as well. He's got to have a real string of spares to catch up on Micah. Taylor first ball in box 7. 7 in the fill. First fill ball. Actually, I marked that as a strike on my score sheet. 6 for. Alright, so he had 7 in the fill. Both bowlers open. Taylor. So Taylor is 76 through 6. 10 box for Cullen. He's a 70 through 6. 80 through 7. 85 through 7 for Taylor. He puts 7 down. 4-6-10 split. MacLellan just on the 3-pin. He had a 4-1 going, and now he's got the 1-2-7-10. Taylor trying to get that to carry to the 4, but it doesn't. MacLellan trying to get the split for a spare, and he does. Nice shot by Chris MacLellan. 9 box for Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor's at 94, about 40 points right now in this. MacLellan's at 90 plus a ball. String of marks, he could pick it up. Taylor puts it on the 2-pin, is left with Caleri. MacLellan on the head pin, 6 in the fill, 96. Taylor picks up the spare. MacLellan just picks 1 pin, so Taylor's at 104 through 9 plus a ball. Okay, 9 box for Chris MacLellan. 105. All right, last box of game 4. Strikes 114, 3, 144. So Sean's been mathematically eliminated on this game. Puts up 9. 113 through 9. MacLellan is now mathematically eliminated on this string. Spare in the 10th for Taylor for 123 plus a ball. MacLellan picks up a spare in his for 115 plus a ball. Trying to get some movement on total for these guys. So both of them are fighters, and they keep going even when they're down. Taylor on his fill in the 10th has a 7. A 130 string. MacLellan puts 3 on his for 118. So, Justin Waters defeats Sean Taylor 153 to 130 and gets the next 2 points. So it's 6-2 in favor of Waters right now. And Waters is ahead of Taylor 569 to 484 in total. So far, Micah Imparato is sweeping the points. He defeats Chris MacLellan 135 to 118. And he has 547 to 431. Micah. Now we come into the final game of this match. Micah Imparato starts with 3. Justin Waters came in on the head pin, and he has a 2-3-4-6 split. You don't see that very often. Micah trying to pick up a bunch here, just gets the back pin, so he's open to start. Waters has a tough spare. Let's see if he can do it. He gets it. Waters picks up the 2-3-4-6 split very nicely. On the head pin. And there is a late break for him. It looked like it was going to be a nasty split. On the fill for Waters. Is he going to get any more? Doesn't look like it. So 5 in the fill, 15 bucks. Micah gets the mark. Mark it up for Micah. Waters on a spread eagle minus the 10 and just gets 1. $7 for Justin Waters, 22 after 2. Very uncharacteristic, but it happens to everybody. This is a fill ball for Micah Imparato. It's ugly straight in front, but he gets it. Can he break the split? Nope, 8 in the fill. 2-10 split. 27-2. Visualizing the shot. Waters puts up a strike, makes up for that $7. So Micah's trying to sweep the 2 pins at a 10. Would might help. Get it in there. He gets it in, it jumps over, but right in front of the 10. A little sharp. Good bid though. Tough shot. And he picks up the 10. 37 through 3. Justin's on the fill. He does strike in the 3rd. Mike is coming in his 4th box in his final string. Right hand pocket, so that's the Brooklyn side for a lefty. And he takes out 8. Waters first ball in the fill. On the head pin, solid. 6 in the first ball, but he's going to split there 2, 4, 7, and 6. Mike is looking at the 4, 8 here. Just misses. Waters on his 2nd fill ball. How about 8? 40 through 3. Mike trying to pick up the 10 here. Gets the 10, 47 through 4. Waters of that 9 box gives himself 49 through 3. Last game, Waters was at 97 at the half. And Micah, nice head pin shot. It's left with the castle left. Waters the same thing. Castle left. Difference being, Micah's got 2 pieces of wood. Well, they both do. There's always 2 pieces of wood with this sleeve. I think Justin's looks a little better. Micah can make the sweep work. Look at that. Almost. Good bid. Waters has a little easier shot here. Red line should take it, but you never know. It's on the red line, and like I said, you never know. Looked good. He's in disbelief. I am too. For 10s here. Again. It's unfreaking believable. Waters gets a 10. Micah gets a 9. 56 through 5 for Micah Imparato. 59 through 5 for Justin Waters. Wow. That's why everybody hates that leave. All right, starting their last game, Chris MacLellan looking to get some points here. He's going to start game 5. Just off the head pin on 3, but gets Millis 8. Taylor is on the head pin. He's left with a check mark right. 2 for Chris. Let it get away from him there. Pass to Taylor. Both bowlers open in the first box here. Nice 10 box from MacLellan. And a 6 box for Taylor. He just went wide to the left both times on that. All right, box 2. MacLellan on the 3. It's a clear read lead. Taylor's on the head pin, and it gets a 3-4-6 split. time Chris is on the head pin, but it's head full. Taylor picks up his spare. MacLellan picks up a 10 for 20 after 2. Taylor's at 16 and a ball. Nice right pocket shot for MacLellan. This ball is coming in a little left and right. Taylor puts on 3 on his foot for 19. Okay, nothing got hit there. Taylor missed the head pin. Both bowlers still have 4 pins up. MacLellan doesn't want to have a 6 box, so he's going to try to pick up his diamond here. Picks up a couple. Just pick up 1. 7 box for MacLellan, 8 box for Taylor. Both bowlers at 27 through 3. MacLellan. Chris is a right-handed bowler, but he goes all left with the ball. That time he was right in the left pocket where I think he wants to be. And he's left with just a 10 pin with a piece of wood over there. Taylor's left with the 2 force 10. Spare for MacLellan. And through the hole for Sean Taylor. That piece of wood there is attractive if he can get on the 2 pin. Like he did, and that gives him the 10. It was there. Yeah. Mike is asking if it's a fun match, and he's putting on a good show here. MacLellan puts 6 on his spare, and that puts him to 43 through 4. Doesn't close the spare. Taylor's looking at 2 here and goes by it. So he'll be open in this box. 8 box for Chris MacLellan, 51. 9 box for Sean Taylor, 46. All right, we're coming into the last half of this match for Waters and Imparato, both of whom are bowling very well today. Through 4 strings, Micah Imparato's at 547. He had 412 triple. Justin Waters is at 569 through 4. He had a 416 triple. Both bowlers should be comfortably over 600. Taylor, first ball, is in the right pocket. Leaves at 8, 7-8, wood in between. Could make this. And that's a strike for Micah. A little slow strike, but they're all down. They're supposed to hit that 8 pin, shove the wood over. That's what he does. Nicely done. Had me right on him. March trail. Spare in the 6 for Waters, puts him at 69 plus ball. A strike in the 6 for Imparato, puts him at 66 plus 2. Waters on the fill. Just a little tiny full on the head pin, but that's a 9 fill. Gives him 78 through 6. First ball on the fill for Imparato, and that's a double strike for Micah. Waters shooting with 10 pin, no problem. Another mark for Justin, 88 the ball. A lot of strikes today. If you like seeing strikes, this is a match to watch. Waters on the fill in box 8. Red pin, 9 in the fill. 97 in the what's that, the 8th and 7th box. No triple for Micah, but 8 in the first ball. So at 18 fill. Box 6. Waters with another spare, 3 in a row. 6. And he picks up a spare on strike, and that was a nice spare. So he's at 104 through 7, 114 through 8 plus a ball. Waters is at 107 plus a ball. On a fill. Just a little light in the pocket. 7 go. He's at 114 through 8. It gets a little bit of a break there. 7 in his fill. 121 through 8. Waters made that go. Pick up that 8 pin, so open in the 9th for Justin. Oh, that looked like it was well hit, but the 10 pin stayed up. 9 box for Waters, 123 through 9. Box for Imparato, 131 through 9. The last box of this match for Justin Waters and Micah Imparato coming up. Waters puts one in the pocket. A little weird pinfall. 9-10 is a remainder. Imparato puts it on the 3 pin, drops 5, 4 horsemen plus the 8. How did that stay up? He got things flying all around the 9 pin, but it stayed up, so he's open in the 10th. Imparato closes with a spare. 9 box for Justin, 132 game.
Hold it up.
No game 1 to 130 for Justin. Micah puts 9 on his spare.
That's right.
He ends up with a 150 strike. Really top-notch bowling from these guys today. So Justin Waters is 1 pin shy of 700 stress series by my count. 699 for 5 strings. Oh, actually he's over 700. My mistake here. Sorry, guys. That was at 132.
Yeah!
I put 130 down, I shouldn't have. Strike for MacLellan. And a 10 box for Taylor. 56 through 6 for Sean Taylor. 61 and 2 balls for Chris MacLellan. So we add that up again, and that's a 701 for Waters. First ball in the fill for MacLellan's 5. Taylor dropped everything but the 10 pin. Got it. Spare in the 7th for Sean Taylor. MacLellan trying to spare this. So his second fill ball results in 8 on the fill. That puts him at 69 through 6. And there it goes. So a 10 box, 79 through 7 for Chris MacLellan. Taylor on the fill. Comes in on the 2 pin. Picks up 4, it appears. 70 through 7. MacLellan drops 6. Taylor just off. Chris MacLellan looking to pick up this fill. Mini Cleary there, and it doesn't go for him. Taylor with an 8 box. He's at 78 through 8. I'm doing this in pencil today. As well, he's at 87 through 8. Taylor with a strike in the 9th box. MacLellan on the 3-pin leaves a 4 horseman plus a 10. Scheme's out of reach for him. He's still going to try. Comes in solid on the head pin, no spare. Taylor, it's a spread eagle for his first fill ball. So that gives him 6 in the strike fill. 94 through 9. 7-10 splits made for a spare for MacLellan. Taylor closes with an 8 box. 102 straight. MacLellan for his fill is a 7 for 112. So we've finished the match. Let me give you some numbers here. Micah Imparato takes all 14 points over Chris MacLellan and wins total. Won all 5 strings and total. And the total score was 697 to 543. Justin Waters wins 701 to 586 over Sean Taylor, and he took 12 points to Taylor's 2. And that's our match. So thanks for joining us today. It was a fun match watching these guys bowl, 4 of the top bowlers in the ACST. And we'll be seeing many more matches coming forward. So with that, I thank you all. Thank you, Micah, for the production. And we'll see you on the lanes. This is Dan Castle closing out from Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. With a ball on the 2-pin and leaves a Kaleri. Waters starts out on the head pin and drops a hammer.
Better than mine.
Right on it. Tough that 5-pin in the back there.
Waters looking at the 1, 3, 8, 10 and picks up the spare. Nicely done.
10. Micah here in box 3. Right on the head pin. There we go.
There he found his strike ball.
It is the 4.
Yep. Wood looks pretty good. No problem. 3 marks in a row for Waters, 49. After we do these 5 boxes with these guys, their opponents will come up and go in the same lanes.
Oh, there's a double for Micah.
First ball, he's left with the 3, 6, 9, 10, and a little bit of wood in front. Spare for half Worcester right for Sean. He's got some catching up to do. Justin, as you recall, 3 marks in a row.
Chris gets a spare. Great shot. The spare. He missed the head.
Last year he was averaging around 130. There you go. 10-pin trip. Waters looking for a double. And he gets it.
There it is. Right on cue. We're special. 5 and 10.
1, 3, 7, 10, and they all go down. Spare on.
It's a great action off of that. On the 3-pin, leaves just the 7.
Spare for Taylor. First on the string.
Got scary for Sean when he hit the cap. The ball came off the wall. Got it for him. No spare for Chris.
So that's 9 for Taylor, 8, 10. Lots of wood down there may help. steal it? There it
He does.
goes.
There we go.
Three different results here.
Micah all over that too. Starts up.
So 16 after 1. And Waters with a split. 4-7-10. Imparato picks up the spare on the row. Waters trying to get his first spare here. 2. And he gets it. Ball comes out, bounces around. Light in the pocket. Good 7 on the fill. 33 after 2. Waters with a strike on spare. Just got to figure out where to put that ball. It's not a 7-pin, and that works. 7 in the fill. 50 through 3. Tough leave. Waters first fill ball. Double strike again for Jerry's it. And his reward is a 5 dime. Deserved better than that. Spare for Chris MacLellan. And Taylor with his first spare of the game. Hangs the eagle. Try to bounce something off the wall and picks up just a couple. Imparato gets the spare, no problem. Over right-handed 4 horsemen. Waters picks up the mark in the 10th. That'll give him 126 on the ball. 3-2 split, and that would be the 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Taylor trying for a single mark. He picks it up.
Load it up. Come on. All the way up.
Box, but just has a 6, so he's at 59 through 6.
There you go.
And
Come on.
Sean Taylor found his half Worcester on the other side this time. Split. Taylor gets it. Spare on strike. 3 marks in a row for MacLellan. Hit the head pin that time he gets a split. Taylor trying to spare this, and he does. He spares a half Worcester. 3. Justin Waters. Pocket and starts with a strike again. Second time he did that, he did it. Second time he did that, he did it in the first string too. Nice spare, 6. He's got 6 strikes so far. And Micah adds 1 to his total. And there's a spare for Imparato for a 10 fill. Imparato with his first open box of game 3. Waters trying to get this. He gets it. Nicely done. 4. Imparato at the 9-10 with wood. No problem. 71, no problem. 71 plus a ball at the half. Waters puts up another mark, so he's at 66 points. Similar leaves on both sides. In fact, looks like identical leaves. Taylor picks up his. There we go. Strike on spare for Sean Taylor. That puts him back in this game. First ball, nothing wrong with that. MacLellan's trying to do something to split. Carries it. Beautifully done. That's a shot. Something to split. Carries it. Beautifully done. That's a shot for the replays. And it's spare for Taylor. And he gets it. Plus 10. Waters with another mark. That's 4 in a row for him. 102 plus a ball. Got a little too far to the right. So open in the 8. Spare for Micah. Just to the right. Picks up the back 2. Right pin, which was the 6 and a 9. Micah with another mark, puts him a 1-0 win. I was thinking he goes 0 on that like he did. It might tap the 5 and move the other wood to the 4, but it didn't work. Micah with a spare in the 10th. He's a 139. Imparato with a strike on spare. MacLellan closes with a 55 half. Picks up another spare. But 5, 6, 10. Spare for MacLellan. Opposite 8 drop. He's up to 6-10. Micah gets it. No. Water's on the fill. And that's about as good as it can get. That's a strike on spare. Micah trying to pick up the 5-8 with wood in front of him. Gets it. Head pin, but gets an 8 fill regardless. Didn't punch through, so that's good. Waters on the fill, trying to double up, and he does. Another double strike for Waters. At 57. Spare for Imparato. Spare for Imparato. Spare on strike for Waters. MacLellan shooting it to 6, 7, 10. It just about gets it. He cuts a 6 over. I can't believe that, but Taylor has had kind of a mess down there. And nicely done by MacLellan. Taylor's looking for a strike here. There it goes. So he puts a strike in the 5th. The first half of game 4. But gets a strike anyway, so strike on in a row for Justin Waters. Micah matches with a strike on spare for himself. He opened in box 7. He's at 116 through 6. Micah gets his. He thought he missed it. And MacLellan was not on a fill, but he dropped 7. Taylor puts a spare on strike. Just what he wanted. He puts a spare on strike. Just what he wanted to do to catch up, try to catch up with Sean here. His half is 59. MacLellan trying to get the split for a spare. And he does. Nice shot by Chris. 6 in the fill, 96. Taylor picks up the spare. MacLellan is now mathematically eliminated on the string. Spare in the 10th for Taylor for 120 on the string. Spare in the 10th for Taylor for 123 plus a ball. MacLellan picks up a spare in his for 115 plus a ball. Waters has a tough spare. Let's see if he can do it. He gets it. 5 in the fill, 15 bucks. Micah gets the mark. Mark it up to 10 split. He's at 27-2. He's visualizing the shot. Waters puts up a strike, makes up for that 7 bucks. That time Chris is on the head pin, but it's tied full. Taylor picks up his spare. Wood in between. Could make this. And that's a strike for Micah. A little slow strike, but they're all down. They're supposed to hit that 8 pin, shove the wood over. That's what he does. Nicely done. Gives him 78 through 6. First ball in the field for Imparato, and that's a double strike for Micah. Waters shooting with the 10 pin, no problem. Another mark for Phil. Box 6. Waters with another spare, 3 in a row. Micah's 84 through 6. And he picks up a spare on strike, and that was a nice spare. He's flying all around the 9 pin, but it stayed up, so he's open in the 10th. Imparato closes with a spare. Actually, he's over 700. My mistake here. Sorry, guys. That was at 122. Sean's 5. Taylor dropped everything but the 10 pin. Got it. Spare in the 7th for Sean Taylor. As well, he's at 87 through 8. Taylor with a strike in the 9th box. 9. 7-10 splits made for a spare for MacLellan.